Today we're going to be talking about the Gerber haul. This is in the $30 price range right now. It has 5CR steel, Zytel kind of handles, plunge lock, cross bolt safety, and a deep carry pocket clip. Now the finish on the metal parts, such as the pocket clip, the lock, that pocket clip, I might have said pocket clip twice, but the blade, it is Gerber's excellent coating they do. It is not like a paint. It is more like a black parkerization. It handles scratches quite well. I got some scratches from cutting up some soda cans, as you can see. Once you rub a little bit of oil on them, they want to disappear. And this is a knife that is going to age well. It's going to look better as time goes on. So the one gripe, well, I have a few, but I don't like the handle scales. The FRN doesn't feel good. It does not look good. It is very cheap, very soft feeling. It is not like Cold Steel's, plastic handles, or Kershaw, or Ontario for that matter. It's really poor. The other thing I don't care for is related to the handle. The handle gets very fat at the end, or very wide. It stays slim but wide. It doesn't feel great. It feels good till you bear down on it. And that jimping, the only jimping on the knife will cut you up if you're cutting really hard. Pocket clip is a little bit of a hot spot. That is another thing. The screws want to strip out on you. I was unable to take it apart. There's some sort of flathead deal, but they are stupid soft. The steel it's just fine. I like it better than AUS 8 from a lot of companies, such as Ontario. Like it better than 8CR 13 MOV. Rust resistant. It sharpens very, very quickly. Better than those other steels. And it holds an edge just as well as the 8CR series. So that's good enough in my book. But I don't really care for 8CR or AUS 8. The lockup is fine. I have it adjusted right now so it opens quickly. You saw me fail to open it once. Let me open it as slowly as I can. I think I had my thumb on the blade before. Yeah, it pops right out without any action on my part. So good deployment. It has a little bit of side to side because I let it be that way just a touch. And a touch of up and down, not as bad as a lockback like my K-bar dozer. The safety locks it open too. I do not use the safety. You should not either. It is worthless. The pocket clip carries deep. And it looks kind of funny when it's in your pocket, but it carries deep. Overall, the knife is not really an excellent knife for $30 or $40, but from Gerber, it's just dandy. There aren't many good knives from Gerber, especially in the Chinese branch. You know, I'm not upset that I bought it. I knew what I was getting. I knew I was getting a Gerber. Oops. You know, it opens fine. It's fun to play with. That's why I bought it. I was bored. I wanted a knife to test, to play with. The steel holds up well, and it opens fast. So it's a great play knife, really. You can loosen it up so it drops closed, or at least until it hits the spring there. Mine's not that loose. It feels okay. I just wish it wasn't so wide. And you have very little blade for the handle, as you can see there. Not perfect centering either, but there's so much room. You could have made that blade so much broader and quite a bit longer. It would have been a better cutter. Oh well. Gerber, Gerber, Gerber. It's okay for what it is. If you like Gerber, if you're not a knife guy really, you're going to like this knife. It's kind of a cool knife. But for knife guys, unless you just want to mess around, it's probably not the best. Alright. So that's what you've seen of this. There aren't very many videos on YouTube, which is why I decided to make this. I wasn't able to find any information on it. I don't love making YouTube videos. I'm Not too skilled at it, as you can see. Don't have a tripod or anything. That should give you about what you need to know to decide if you want this knife. Let's just look at the action. Oops, didn't open completely. I need to loosen it up a little bit more. Yeah, let's show you this way. There we go. And if you flick it, like if you're trying to open the knife, I mean, it'll open every time. I'm just talking about if you're slowly opening it. Work that time. Hit my seat there. There we go. Alright, the action is fine. It has more kick than a Kershaw. Most of the Kershaws I've had. If you're just looking for something to play with, or you're new to knives, go ahead and give it a shot. You're not going to be too unhappy with it, I predict. In fact, you're probably going to like it a lot. But don't pay $40 for it. Do not pay $40. That is one thing I will say. I'm seeing them online for like $40, $45. No, 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 no. For $20, it's a good knife. For $30, it's okay if you know what you're getting into. That's what I paid for. And at $40, $45, do yourself a favor. If you want a big boy knife, and get something like this Voyager. Much smoother, bigger blade, lighter. I believe it is lighter. Drops closed, flicks. With a little wrist action, it flicks beautifully. Not as good of a pocket clip though. Handles feel better, way more grippy, way more ergonomic. They lock right into your hand. Better lockup, perfect lockup on this one. I've had some cold steels that didn't have perfect lockup, but this one is great. Both knives are going to have good out of the box edges. I mean, they look very different. The Voyager is definitely the plain knife of the two. But it's going to give you a lot more for what you pay for. If you're paying $45 for this. That's the spring there. It's unlike like a torsion bar. This is just a flat spring in the back of the knife. It's just so fun to play with. I should end this review. Right now it's just become ramblings. I do a whole lot better with a written review because I can't ramble as much. But it is what it is. That's how I feel about it. At least now you'll know what you're getting, probably. Alright, bye guys.